今天呢，温度传媒受邀于温哥华本地的歌剧团体 Nebula Performances， 我们来到了伊丽莎白女皇剧院，来看正在上演的经典歌剧《蝴蝶夫人》。这部作品呢是由著名的音乐总监 Jacques 执棒带领的，同时呢，这也是今年他们剧院的重磅压轴大戏。那么在演出之前呢，我有幸对Jacques 进行了一个专访。本次的专访也是温哥华华语媒体对指挥家 Jacques 的一个首次专访。那么接下来的时间，就让我们一起走进这段精彩的对话，去深入的了解一下他对这部作品的诠释，以及他是如何通过音乐去讲述这段跨文化的爱情悲剧的。Hi, Dad. Nice to meet you today. My name is Kathy from Vendu Media, and it's so glad to be here today and has a chance to interview you.
My pleasure to meet you and to chat with you.
So here today we are going to have the opera show Madame Butterfly. So I do have a few questions which we really want to interview you about. So the first one is that for the opera Madame Butterfly, I think it's among your top 3 list of the favorites of opera or something like that.
It's one of the most performed operas. It's one of the most popular operas. It's one of the most beautiful operas. I love Puccini, and this story is so moving, and I find that, Puccini knew better than anybody how to touch the heart of people.
I see.
And I hear so many people who are coming to see this show and they say, we come out of it in tears, but good tears.
Good tears, for sure.
So it's very moving.
Okay, so what personal or artistic element which draws you to this particular work today?
I think what moves me, I've conducted almost all Puccini operas, and I think one of his strengths is that the way he depicts the characters, especially the woman. When you see a Puccini opera, this is very true of Butterfly, you have feelings for Butterfly when you see her story. So yeah, Puccini depicts the characters of the woman in a very moving way, and so as an audience member, you really instantly have feelings for the woman that Puccini put on stage. And for Butterfly, this young Japanese woman who gets married to an American Marines, and for her that's her dream come true, and she probably dreams of America and all that, and he's not that serious. The husband, Pinkerton, that's his name, is not being that serious about it, leaves, and then you see Butterfly waiting for his return for 3 years. In our production was set in Japan after the Second World War, and so they've decided that in our story she's waiting 6 years.
Wow,
and
6 years.
Yes, and it's based. It's still the same. The Puccini story, the way Puccini wrote it. The only change that we made, instead of waiting 3 years, he's waiting 6 years. But the inspiration for that production is based on a true story, which I didn't know. But apparently, at the end of the Second World War, 45,000 Japanese women got married or engaged to American Marines and soldiers, moving to United States to live the American dream. But when they got to United States, they were asked to change their names, to forget their tradition, and so the dream that they were dreaming didn't really happen, which is quite a bit what's happening to Cho-Cho-san, Butterfly, in this story, because she's dreaming of that, she's dreaming of his return, and when he returns, of course, he's married with his American wife. She has had a kid in the meantime, and she has to give the kid to the father. So it's very, very, very dramatic, but very moving, and the music is so beautiful.
Yeah, so this is like a real reflection of the true history which happened before.
Yeah, and sometimes with operas or in arts in general. So I think it's maybe one of the functions of art is you see stories and they're in connection with what we live. I'm sure there are still people like Butterfly today living the same sort of situation. So it gives also us the opportunity to think about this. Reflection on this, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So next question is like, what inspires you to present this particular work in Vancouver, especially in Queen Elizabeth, like this theater? Like, what drives you or makes you to choose to play such a beautiful story here?
Yeah, well, I'm music director of the Vancouver Opera. It's my finishing my second season now. I've been working here for over 20 years as guest conductor.
Such a long time.
But for 2 years now, I'm the music director, so I come more regularly. I'm in charge of the music aspect of the company, and so I'm also involved in the programming of the season. So, and in our programming, we try to select works that obviously that the audience loves, works that have are stimulating for the artists to perform, and works that where we could find wonderful singers also to sing, and we have here wonderful an amazing cast for this production of Butterfly. So, and when we build the season, we always try to have a balance of more popular titles that the people love to hear. I think the last time Butterfly was done here, I think it was 2015 or 2016 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Next year we're going to be doing La Bohème by Puccini also. So we try to find a balance and sometimes bring repertoire that we haven't done in a while. Like next year we'll be doing also Così fan tutte, which we haven't done in quite a few years. So it's an interesting part of my job also, just to imagine what we want to, and there's so much nice repertoire, so it's like a big buffet that you could choose from. It's a fun part of it.
Such a really good stuff. So I know that you are a really good friends with Alice, right? Nebula performance.
Yeah.
So could you tell us about a little bit how do you know each other and what is the connection, like the journey here?
Well, I have been working in Vancouver for quite some time, and 2 years ago I did a first collaboration with UBC, the opera department at UBC.
I know that.
And I had the great pleasure of meeting this wonderful pianist, Wen Wendu, who we worked together. First time I think was Tosca and Hansel and Gretel, and I realized, right away what a fantastic musician she is, and a wonderful human being. So we became friends, and so I followed, and she mentioned her project of Nebula just even months before it started. So I was very excited to see this happen, and more recently I've been here since mid-March because I conducted production at UBC. I conducted Manon by Massenet at UBC in March, and so since I was here, I had the pleasure to collaborating with Nebula and Alice and Wen, and I gave a masterclass for young singers and young pianists on opera.
Nice.
And I've agreed to go back this summer. I'll be doing something else. We still have to figure out what we're going to do, but I'll be there again in July. I think it's very nice, and the space is beautiful, and it's you have a proximity with the artist. So I think it feels very, very intimate in this space, and it's a great opportunity also for young artists to grow and to gain knowledge and expertise on the field that they want to be involved in.
I got it. So what good wish, like best wishes, will you give to tonight's performance?
The words that I will say to the people who are coming to see the performance, I would say, very often I'm asked, like, is it important to know to know who the composer is, to know music history? And I often say, like, and here in Vancouver, when you look at the beautiful mountains and the ocean and all that, you don't need to study science to realize that it's beautiful. So when you come to the opera, I say, just open your heart and your ears and your eyes and let yourself be taken in the story, and it's going to be a wonderful journey, and again, very, very moving. And I'm so glad that we had good audiences for this run. Usually the people come to the opera more and more, and I find that very encouraging because it's an art form. It's the art form total, because you have music, you have theater, it's amazing the number of people who are involved in a performance like that. So listen to your heart and you'll have the
Listen
feelings.
to your heart.
Yes.
Yeah. Follow your hearts and open your eyes. Right?
Absolutely. That's it.
Got it. Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for the interview.
My pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you.